Welcome to the Explainer. So, are you ready to stop burning through tokens? Because today, we've got an absolutely massive release to unpack. We're looking at the highly anticipated ast-bro version 3.0.0. Literally, if you're building, using, or honestly just geeking out over LLM coding agents, you're going to want to pay close attention. We're diving into exactly how this toolkit is completely rewiring the way we efficiently navigate our code bases. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with a pain point I know we've all felt. How do you actually explore a code base without wasting, a million tokens? Right now, modern agentic coding tools, as incredibly smart as they still tend to explore code by just blindly reading whole files. Think about it. They load up a massive 1,200-line file just to find one single method. It blows up your context window, totally kanks your response times, and yeah, it costs you real money in token usage. It's just highly inefficient.
So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll meet your code's X-ray. Then, we'll quickly review the core toolkit, check out the new blast radius analysis, dive into the new token-budgeted context, and finally wrap up with some sweet quality-of-life upgrades.
All right, Section 1. Meet your code's X-ray. Solving token bloat.
Now, for anyone new to the ecosystem joining us today, let's quickly define what ast-bro actually is. It's a lightning-fast code navigation toolkit based on ASTs, abstract syntax trees, and it's built specifically for LLM agents and developers. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like a medical X-ray for your codebase. Instead of performing invasive surgery, like, reading through bulky method bodies and massive files line by line, it just surfaces the exact shapes, signatures, and graphs of your code. It's written in Rust, which means it parses your entire workspace concurrently in milliseconds. But the absolute real magic here, it lets you explore without reading whole files.
And this perfectly illustrates that difference. On the left, we've got the old way. Let's say you need to find what calls a take damage method. Normally, you'd have your agent read a 1,200-line player file, then maybe a 400-line damage system file, and then try to run a really noisy grep command that just spits out a bunch of false positive string matches. Just huge token waste. But look on the right, the ast-bro way. It's just one precise AST-accurate command using the short SB alias. SB callers player.takedamage. That's it. One call, zero grep noise. We are talking massive token savings here.
Moving on to Section 2, the core toolkit a primer. Out of the box, the core toolkit is just incredibly robust. You can pull file shapes, which basically gives you the signatures and line ranges, but completely drops the token-heavy bodies. You can find the true public APIs of a package, and yes, it actually resolves re-exports like pub use in Rust or all in Python. You also get these lightning-fast dependency graphs to map out file imports, plus symbol-level call graphs to see exactly who calls what. And if you're flying blind and don't even know the symbol name, it's got a hybrid semantic and BM25 keyword search built right in. The whole shebang is designed to give you the exact structure you need, completely skipping the bloat.
That brings us to Section 3, new blast radius analysis, the impact command.
Okay, version 3.0.0 brings us the brand new impact command, and it is a total game changer. Look, when you touch a piece of code, you absolutely need to know what might break, right? In the past, an agent would literally have to run a tedious chain of 4 separate round trips, checking callers, then checking callees, then mapping file-level reverse dependencies, and finally, hunting down the tests. Well, the new impact command takes all of those traversals, plus test file detection, and combines them into one single shot. You just run SB impact on a symbol, and bam, you instantly get a full report of the entire blast radius. It's an unbelievable efficiency boost.
Let's jump to Section 4, new token-budgeted context, the knapsack.
I want you to think of the new context command sort of like packing a backpack for a hike. It takes a hard token budget that you or your agent supplies, let's say 8,000 tokens. It then uses a greedy knapsack algorithm to pack that backpack with the absolute most critical code items first. And it degrades gracefully until that budget is strictly met. So it makes sure your LLM gets exactly what it needs to understand a symbol, but without ever overflowing your context window.
So how exactly does it prioritize what goes into the bag? Here's the actual algorithm in action. Step 1. It packs the target method's full body. Step 2. It looks at the direct callees. It'll pack their bodies as long as the budget permits, but if space gets tight, it instantly downgrades to just their signatures. Step 3. It packs the direct callers, but only their signatures. And finally, Step 4. It grabs transitive bounds at depth 2. Again, signatures only. It'll even flag you if the output got truncated because of those budget constraints. What you end up with is the equivalent of 4 or 5 separate queries completely and perfectly optimized for your token cost. Pretty brilliant, right?
And finally, Section 5, Quality of Life Upgrades. Smarter navigation.
19. That is the magic number right now. It's the new total number of native MCP, or Model Context Protocol, tools exposed by ast-bro. We've officially leaped from 17 up to 19 subcommands. And what this means for you in the real world is immediate one-line integration with your favorite AI coding agents. Whether you're using Claude Code, Cursor, Gemini, or VS Code Copilot, you literally just type ast-bro install-mcp, and your agent instantly has access to every single one of these new superpowers we just went over.
But it's not just the new MCP tools. There are some really smart, subtle tweaks under the hood here. First off, ast-bro now features shebang detection for extensionless scripts. So say you have a CLI script sitting in a bin folder and it doesn't have a .py extension, ast-bro just reads the eshban usr/bin/envine Python 3 header and instantly knows, oh hey, I should parse this as Python. Secondly, ambiguous callers and unresolved or external callees, those are now shown by default and color-coded red and cyan. This is a great touch because it means you get the full, honest picture of your code's edges right away without having to run your commands all over again with extra flags just to see those noisier results.
Which really leaves us with this one final thought. By giving your agents the power to dynamically X-ray your codebase, instantly calculate blast radiuses, and strictly manage a token-budgeted context, the efficiency gains you're getting are just staggering. So, I'll ask you, how much time and token budget are you ready to save today? Go ahead, install ast-bro v3.0.0, wire it into your agent, and just watch how it transforms your entire workflow. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy coding!